All right, guys, let's get started. Today's example is enumeration. Enumeration in Python. Okay, so let's understand what is enumeration and why it is important. Okay, so enumerate enumerate function allows to get the item and its index number. Okay, so like when this will be useful actually. So for example, if you were looping over multiple items, let's say you were looping over 100 items, but you were not sure what is the current loop. Understood? So which that particular instance, right? You can use enumerate function. So that what it does is for example, let's say how to create a list of 1 to 100. Simple. You can use a directly range function. Okay, so in range function. So if you provide a range of 100, right, it it gets you the output is 0 to 0, 1, 2, dash, 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 99. Got it? And now, okay, so oh, this doesn't make any sense actually for this example because we want to get index number and its value, right? So here index number and the value are both are same. So you might get confused that whether it's index number or it's a value, right? Instead of that, what I'll do is I'll create a custom range. Let's say 50, 100. 100, got it? So in this case, what happens? The index starts from 50 and ends at 99. 50, 51, 52, dash, 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 and 99, right? So start number and end number minus 1. Okay, it starts with 50 and ends with 99. Got it? Now, so this will be very helpful while troubleshooting, guys. Let's say you are troubleshooting some, like let's say there are for example, now for if I use for item in um, same example, if I use, let's say, for item in 50, 100. Got it? And if you print item, so what will happen? So each time, like each loop, right? While it is looping over, each loop item becomes new value, right? So here this will be translated. So you written a function, right? The what is the value of this function? List of numbers, right? 50 to 99. Got it? So each time for the first loop, what is the item value? The item value becomes 50. Got it? It prints 50. Second loop. So how many times this loop will happen? Loop will happen for 50 times, right? Because there are 50 items, right? Loop loop will loop will iter iter for iter for 50 times. Got it? And if I execute blindly, I could clearly see that it got printed quickly, right? It got printed everything in one go. So even if I do one thing, but how did you know like whether it got really looped over or not? So add some time to it. So when you're looping it, hey, come and print this and please wait for 1 second, for example, or yeah, wait for 1 second and then go, so that you will clearly see whether it is looping or not. Okay, so for that, what is the module? Time module. Import time. So with time model, we can stop the loop for not to stop. We can pass the loop. Okay, time dot sleep. Sleep for here like you can use 0.5 seconds. Let's say if it is zero point 0.5, if it wait for this whatever number you are passing here, right? It's seconds actually. So if you click on this, did you see this? It is waiting for zero point 0.5 seconds, so that you will understand. Oh, okay, so the loop is happening. If you don't put timing right, it printed in one go quickly, right? Yeah. So here you can put any number. So currently I mentioned 0.5, like 0.5 seconds. And if you want to make it 1 second, let's say you can keep it one and uh, figure this out. See, come to this loop, print one number, wait for 1 second, and next number, print it, wait for 1 second. You got it, guys? Clear, huh? You understood, right? How it is running. This you might have already had a lot of experience on this. Now currently these numbers are going, but we were not sure like what is the index number of it, isn't it, guys? So one way to get the index. How we can get the index number in list? How we can get the index number? There is a function, right? The index number dot get, sorry, a list dot index of that value. If you pass the index dot value, that would get you the index number, right? But originally, like see, I need to make multiple calls. For example, if I want to get the index number means what? The like order number, right? See, the list is stored like this, and this is zeroth item, first item, second item, right? But when it comes to list, let's say I'll do one thing. So instead of doing this way, I create a variable actually. Say my list equal to range of 50 comma 100, which becomes 0 to 100, like 50 to 100, right? Now I'll pass instead of passing direct function in the loop, I'll pass the function name. Now my list, right? So here you're printing item, meaning you're printing value. Also, I want to print the uh, here. You can also you can put comma and say my list dot, right, count of item. You got it? So that what it printed. So this prints the index number actually, the order number. The list is stored in order, right? Zeroth number and all, right? Okay. Now what I'll do is I'll put the index number first and then value second. You got it? It makes sense to me. Yeah. So let us execute this program. Did you see this? Oh, how come it is always printing 1 1 1? Oh, okay, not count actually. So I should use index, right? Yeah, I'm using count. Count is correct only. So because yeah, got it. So what I'm printing it here. So I'm printing. So this is zeroth item, this first item, second item like this. So while using, if you want to do it, what did you notice, guys, here? It is clear that you are so again whenever you are using some variable name and open bracket, right? That's a function only. No, you are calling function, right? So whatever, guys, it's very important that whenever you are using curly brace, which means you are calling some function, guys, which was, let's say, in Python, this is a built-in function which is written in Python itself. Okay, that's where we were directly using. Yeah, we can also write our own functions as well, like in next couple of examples. But here we were using one of the built-in function to get the list from 50 to 100. Got it? And we were simply looping it. And here to get the order number or index number, we were used one of the index method of list. So list has special methods. Index, let's say, you had a append, you had extend, so many methods, right? If you go through and revisit the data types, you will see all the examples there. Got it? Yeah. And if you see each time it is taking one, it is we were giving 1 second. Got it? We were printing like this. So in real time, if you see, this would decrease the application performance, guys. So reason is very simple. If you see, so how many, like, there are multiple function calls. If you see, first time we are creating one function, like let's say we are using built-in function, range of 50, 100. That's fine. So we got, even you can see, did you see this? So there's a function. Never mind, this implementation will be in separate place, but that's fine. But here, range of 50, 100, one function, and this is also one function. No, index of, which means what? You are calling this function. How many times you are calling this function? you're calling this function for 50 times, isn't it? Because range function called only once, and it got the list of list of 50 to 99. Got it here? This is only once, but in the loop, it we are printing this value. Item is fine, we are printing this item directly, let's say 50, 51, like that. But if you see the first first value, right? First value, this is a function color, correct? Mileage dot index of item. So you are making multiple calls you are printing. So in application, if the function calls are more, which would drastically decrease your application performance. You got it what I mean? So we should not make a number of calls. So getting one shot and using it is fine. And what this is doing, every time it is making a function call and getting the index number, making a function call, getting index number. So like this, it is doing for 50 plus times. You got it? 50 times. So which would make application slower. Got it? So we shouldn't do like this. Right? Guys, did you understood? So for this specific use case, we can use when we want to get all the index number along with the value. So here what we were doing, we are printing value and the index number, right? So to solve this, we had an enumerate function. Understood? So this is bad. I would say bad way of doing. Got it? Now what's a good way? So instead we can use enumerate function. Got it? So same thing, we can create a list, something like this, and everything else I'm like, there is a function called enumerate. So here, when for item in my list, right, what I'll do, even instead of this, here it is creating what? It is creating 50, 51, dash, 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 99, isn't it? Now, if you want to create a best, a best to get the index number, right? What we can do is we can directly write like this: enumerate. This is a function actually. So what that function will do is it will get you the index number along with value. You got it? So if you pass this, now I don't need to do anything. If I print the value index, for example, let's go ahead and Xcode this out, and let me comment this all the code. Got it? So when I use like three double quotes, right, which means like commented. So this part of the code will be ignored. Understood? This is a block comment we used to say. Make sense? Yeah. And we need time module, right? Let's say let me import time module for this time library. Got it? We're done. Now, if I go and trigger this, what did you notice? It is printing, right? It is printing index number along with its value, right? Index number and value. And what did you notice here? So we prepared everything in one shot using enumerate function. So enumerate function, now you understood the uses of enumerate, right? It would get you tuple. Let's have tuple. So each there's a tuple only. See, tuple one, right? Tuple two. So how this like the output of this, right? This output looks exactly this list of tuples 0, comma value number 50. Got it? And index number is 1 and 51. Index number 2 and 52. And index number is 50 and value is 99. Does this make sense to everyone? Got it? You're fine with it? With this example, enumeration. So enumerate is one of the best example, when you want, see enumeration, even in an interview, they'll ask actually, hey, how can I get index number, sorry, how can I get the value along with its index number, right? So interviewer is expecting, solution like you have to use the enumerate function. Understood? So you should be in a position to explain it. Got it? Yeah. So this is to this example will be used when you want to get all the values index number. Sometimes you don't want to get all the sometimes you don't want to get all the index numbers of the value of the list. For example, in that case, we can use, if it is only one time, then enumeration is not good practice. You can use only count method. Sorry, index method. Sorry. Yep, list index method that would get you the index number of the specific item. But enumeration is only meant when you want to traverse over every item and get every index value. Make sense? So enumeration can apply on any iterable object. Okay, let's do that quickly. Enumeration, enumerate. The syntax is, I think I'll put a syntax there so that it will be straightforward actually. So syntax. Put a Yes, syntax is enumerate of Python iterable iterable data type. Makes sense, huh? Does this make sense? So we used to mention enumerate of iterable objects, iterable data types. In Python, what are the iterable data types? Except number, right? All are iterable only, right? Let's say list, tuple, string, set, dictionary, whatever it is, like it's a iterable object. Yeah, make sense, right? So we have to we should be ready with all the examples. Yeah. Now let me quickly use one example for string. Let's say, got it? The same example. Even in the real time, right? When we were doing application development, let's say sometimes we need to see, let's say in the debugging, right? So during logging module session, I did clearly explained how where to put log.debug or log.info and all, right? You are very clear about those five log levels, isn't it? So in the log.debug, sometimes what we do is we used to keep the current loop. What is the current loop number? So in that context, what we do is we will use enumerate function. Got it? Yeah. And today, guys, today what I'll be doing is I'll be sharing you one of the design document. So I was working on one of the use case. Right. Yesterday I started working, and uh, yeah, I started working on one use case, and that will be shared with you. Okay, how the design and development of the application, so that even it will be very familiar for you as well when you want to implement something such things. Got it? Yeah, I think I can explain that in the end of the session most likely. If not, we can have one more one more. If not, time permits here. Got it? Yeah. So here we were using correct. So now what I'll do is this time I'll be creating um, let's say string. Let's say my string equal to say India is a Guys, this is my favorite, statement. So if you see any of the, even any of the session, right? So whenever I use string, I honestly use this example because I really like it. Got it. Okay, so if you, again, if you loop over, it will just print the characters, right? So did you see this? It is looping over and it is printing each character from the string, right? Now, what I want to get the index number also. Hey, what is this number? Let's say uh, I is zeroth number, zeroth index, like order 0, 1, 2, 3. It's keep going. Okay. Yeah. Now it is only printing the character. Now I want to print what? And its value as well, right? If you apply enumerate of this, for example, you got it. So how this stores, guys? The result will be of enumerate, right? So it will be like index number, comma. What is the value? I list of, guys. Got it? List of tuple, comma. Next one is index number is 1 and value is n. Make sense? It's keep on going. And last index number, I'm not sure because I'm not here to count, right? That's fine. Now, what I want to get, I want to, this time if I loop over, did you see this? It is printing each and like, it is printing item, right? So what is item here in list? So items are in the list, items are separated with a comma. Understood? So when it is grouping, right? Until this, it's one item. It's one another item. So that's where you are seeing all the, all the numbers here, all the index number as well as the value of it. Makes sense, huh? And importantly, see when you okay, so this you understood, right? And when you want to get when you want to play with the value, for example, right? How this can be when you want to print only values. Let's say here, you want to print only value, for example. How this can be executed? You want to print value means what? What is the again? This become tuple, right? Since it's a tuple, you need to get value, right? So this is index number 0 and this is index number 1, correct? So you should write item of 1. Makes sense, huh? So this time you are only printing value. Value is just to say value is comma. Make sense? Even if you want to print index number as well, for example, say index number index number is comma. What is index number? Item of 0, 0. Got it? Now, does this make sense? Now it's like more readable also, right? And see, if you want to write it in one place, currently I'm using hard way of writing a print statement. What is a smart and decent way, or more preferable way? We will write like this, right? Same. We use F format string, right? Index number is here. You should say right, and value is where. Okay, got it. So I got it. What you were saying. So here, so this is list, right? What is list of 0? List of 0 is what? Tuple of 0 comma I, correct? Again, tuple of 0 so in the tuple, again two items are there: 0th index and first index. Got it? And we need to print the index number and value. So for index, right? So index number is so to print the index number, we should use the 0th index. 0th index value is index number. and the first index number is value. You got it? Makes sense, huh? Yeah. So you can use any of the ways to print the statement. So my recommendation would be, so in general, right? So people tend to use format string for displaying the data in general. Okay, and this is very hard way and it's not maintainable. Got it? Even print statement, guys. Okay, not preferred. Preferred. Yeah, not preferred way. And this is the preferred way during implementation. Guys, make sense, huh? Like a printing statement, guys. Nothing else. Does this make sense? No? Got it. Still any confusion from anyone? Nafis, comfortable? Got it. Okay, so like in the handout, right? So what you guys can try is handout, use all iterable data types of Python to do stunts. Got it? So today you can try this. Along with my examples, you can also try with all other iterable examples. Okay, for this one. Yeah, guys, make sense, huh? You're comfortable, right? So